Hi there, everyone, and welcome to the Homespun Wife. My name is Sherry, and I'm so glad to have you here today. Today, I wanted to show you 7 things that my husband and I have purchased on Amazon that we love to use in our kitchen. I don't know about you, but I enjoy seeing videos of different items that people purchase around their home. I like to see if I think I would enjoy that or if it would make my life easier. There's really no better way to know other than word of mouth and to hear other people share about the experiences that they have had. So today I want to start out by showing you this wonderful rotary grater that we use every single week in our kitchen. We've had this rotary grater for over a year and we really enjoy using it. It's so simple to use. At the bottom is like a little suction ring, and you simply sit it against your countertop and twist and it will adhere to your counter. And then here you're able to put in whatever you want to grate and simply spin. Now you can take this and push down the item that you have and grate it up, and you can put a bowl right here and whatever is inside will simply spill out into your bowl. Now my husband uses this a lot to make biscuits. I've spoken to you before about the wonderful biscuits that he makes, and he always uses frozen butter to make them. And so he will take that frozen butter, put it down in here, and it grates right into a bowl, and it's perfectly ready for him to use in his biscuit making. We also, when he's making carrot cakes, we take our cleaned carrots and we put them down in here and we'll grate away, and in no time at all, we have all the carrots that he will need to make his fresh cake. I like to use it for blocks of cheese. You know, when you buy grated cheese already in bags, it's very convenient, and I've done that for years in the past. But now I really prefer to buy a better cheese, like in a block form, and just grate it for myself. My husband and I have found that it melts better and it tastes a lot better, and it doesn't have all of those preservatives and ingredients that are added to those bags of grated cheese. So having something like this handy really helps out and makes the job fast work. Now, how hard is it to clean this? Not hard at all. Let me show you. So take this part out. This handle right here, actually you push down and it pops right off. Okay. When you pop the handle off, this part falls out. Now I will tell you that this rotary grater came with 3 different kinds of blades, but this is the one that we use for just about everything that we do. And then to get this part off to clean, you simply push down here and it slides right off. So you toss everything into some soapy water. This usually we don't toss into water because it doesn't really get dirty. Just wipe it down. But then to put it back together, you simply put this in place. You take your clean blade and put it back in place. You take your handle, push this down right here on this little button, push down and attach it. And then the topper. And there you go. Very simple to clean, easy to put together, and wonderful to use. And this is something we use every week in our kitchen. Now, another item that we really love to use in our kitchen are these wooden Spoutles. I tend to use these most. Now, I make my own sourdough bread and yeasted breads, and for different kinds of doughs, these Spoutles are perfect utensils. I started out with one and got so worried that something was going to happen to it that I decided to order a backup. When using this to mix my sourdough starter, it is perfect. You know, you're not really supposed to use metal utensils in your sourdough starter, so having a wooden utensil is great. It goes down and deeply into the jar. It scrapes the edges, and this little tip down here just goes right into the ridges of a jar where you're keeping your sourdough starter. This edge is very fine, and so it scrapes right up against the edge of a bowl or your jar, and it is perfect for cleaning off just the edges of those jars. So using these for mixing and for bread baking or any kind of baking is really handy, and I love my wooden Spoutles. I think I paid about $8 or $9 for each one of these on Amazon. Another thing that we use all the time in our kitchen when we're talking about biscuit making is this wonderful round skillet. Now, this skillet, as you can see, has a very, very small lip on it, and so it doesn't come up all the way like a regular cast iron pan would do. But we love this cast iron pan. My husband uses this to make biscuits. When he uses his recipe, it fills up this entire pan with biscuits, and it is perfect for what he needs. I've also used it to make pancakes. It's fantastic. Or you can make all kinds of things on here, tortillas or whatever you'd like. Now it came with this great handle, this little rubberized handle that slides over the top to make it nice when you're, when the pan is really heating up or the skillet's really getting hot, and you're not going to want to grab hold and accidentally burn yourself. So this is nice to have. And then it also came with this wonderful scraper that you can use to clean your cast iron skillet. Now, I accidentally, several months ago, was cleaning this, reached up and grabbed a sponge that I didn't realize had a little metal in it. And when I did, I took all of the seasoning off of my skillet. It had already come pre-seasoned, and it was doing a wonderful job with baking. And I cleaned it and didn't think that much more about it, dried it off, hung it up. And then the next time my husband made biscuits, we noticed that it had a black residue on our food. We were disappointed by that, and I couldn't remember what I had done. And I thought, you know what? I think I used a different kind of scrubber to clean the skillet last time. Because I very rarely use soap. Usually if it's seasoned, it'll wipe right off, and you can just use like a plastic scraper and scrape everything off of it. And sometimes we'll put a little bit of Crisco back on there, but that particular time I had used metal, and whenever you use metal on cast iron, it's not good. So I had to go through the process of re-seasoning my skillet here. It took me several days of heating up my oven and greasing it up really good, and just a little bit at a time letting it be re-seasoned. And now you can see it is perfectly ready to go, and it's never had that issue again. During that time that I was realizing that, wait a minute, I've got to be really careful with what I use when I clean my cast iron. I purchased this wonderful Lodge bristle brush. It's made just for cast iron. You can see it's got a wonderful handle here. So it'll hang up right near your sink to make it easy for you to grab hold of it and to scrub down your cast iron. The bristles are really soft, and it's actually designed for cast iron. And so this is another one of our fun tools to use that we remember now to use when we are cleaning our cast iron. Next thing that I would like to show you are these wonderful overnight oats jars. Well, actually, you could use these jars for any type of food storage that you want. They're sort of heavy-duty mason jars with these great lids. The lids have a little gasket up in the top of them, so they shut very well, and you can tighten it down and nothing will leak out. When making our overnight oats, we used organic rolled oats in here with some chia seeds. I usually use whole milk. Some people like to use almond milk. And we add in some fruits, like maybe frozen strawberry pieces or blueberries down in here, a little bit of honey, and sometimes maybe even a little peanut butter or something. And then we store these jars in the refrigerator. And the next morning, we have a delicious breakfast of overnight oats. What I like to do is make about 6 jars of these at one time. I'll just line the jars up, make the overnight oats, and then put them in the refrigerator. And then for the next 3 mornings, my husband and I each have breakfast, or if we don't want to eat this for breakfast, we can take it to work or have it for a snack in the afternoon, or even, eat it for lunch. It's perfect for that sort of thing. Now, each one of these jars comes with a band and its own spoon, makes it very handy for taking with you. Now, when I first ordered my jars, I ordered a 6-pack of jars, and I got some that look like this, and these jars are very much the same. I mean, they look very similar, but they have a different spoon on them. And so it came like this. And then when I thought, I have just 6 jars, I'd really like to have a few more of these jars for storing like soup or other things in my refrigerator. Like my yogurt, I'm doing a lot of yogurt making our own yogurt now, trying to add more fermented foods to our diet. And so I thought this would be great for that. I need a few more jars. So I ordered a 4-pack of jars, and when the second set of jars came, they had different spoons. But that's quite all right. Whichever kind that you choose to order, this is what they look like, and we use them all the time. And most times now, what I do is I just go ahead and pull the band off and the spoon so it's not jiggling around in my refrigerator like that, and we just store them like this. And if we want to take them with us one afternoon, we can just attach the band and a spoon, or just toss a spoon down in the bag, and off we go, and we have what we need. We have really enjoyed having these nice jars for multiple purposes, like storing yogurt and making overnight oats. And then we're coming to our 6th item that has been such a joy for us to have. We bought this right after Christmas time, and we have used it so much. And it is this great Whirly Pop popcorn maker. Do any of you guys remember this from our childhoods? I remember seeing these all the time. I don't think that we had one. Maybe one of my grandparents had one, because I have memories of seeing it being used, but it's kind of a faint memory for me, so I'm not sure. But I had seen this advertised and thought, that is so interesting, and to me it was much more appealing than buying the little bags of microwavable popcorn, because those for me were not tasting as good anymore. Have any of you noticed that some of the foods that used to taste good, that just don't have that same appeal right now? So I had read about this Whirly Pop popcorn maker and read all rave reviews about it, and I thought, let's purchase one. Now, there were 2 types that were available when we got ready to order. I think one might have been $39.99 or $38.99, and then this one I think was like maybe $47.99. Maybe I'm a little bit wrong on the prices, but I think that's about the range that it was. And so for like $10 or $12 more, we could get this one. So what makes this one special? Well, this is a color changing pot. This pot, when heated up, will turn from red to yellow. You can see the yellow color moving up as the pot is heated, and you're beginning to spin it to make your popcorn. And so as you are making your popcorn, you're going to notice the color changing. And then when it is done, you simply lift up this lid like this, and you pour your popcorn out. And my husband, I think he's coming in now. He is our master popcorn maker. I melt the butter. That's my job. But his job is to stand there and stir this perfectly. And I think how he makes this is with 1 tablespoon of oil placed in the bottom, and then a half cup, I think, of popcorn. And we use organic white popcorn. Let me show you what we use. We order our popcorn from Azure Standard, and I know that you may or may not be familiar with Azure. So if you are not familiar with them and would like to know more about them, please let me know in the comments below. But we order it in like a 5-pound bag, so it takes a while to go through one of these. We have certainly enjoyed eating this great popcorn. It is simple to clean. You just lift this lid right off and wipe it out with some hot water and a soft cloth. And as you can see down in there, it is like brand new, and we have enjoyed this so much. And it takes about 3 minutes to pop popcorn in this Whirly Pop. Not much longer than it takes to make it in the microwave, but you will have to kind of wash out your pot after. But even so, it's a lot of fun to do this. We actually had popcorn last night while we watched a show, and it is a great treat, a lot healthier for us too, eating it this way. So I think I looked this up right before I came online today, and I think it's like $49 to buy one of these, and it's the only style that is left available, probably because it was a little more expensive than the others. The others sold out more quickly. But so if you want one of these, you need to head over and purchase it. And then finally, the last item that I'm going to show you is this wonderful microfiber towel set that you can purchase. These are like paperless towels. In our effort to use less paper towels and have less waste, we decided to give these a try. And these things are wonderful. We love them so much. We love them so much, I actually ordered a second set for a backup. They last a long time though, and they are so soft. Let me show you how they work. They work just like paper towels in the sense that you just simply pull them right off, and they're just soft, reusable towels. You can get at least 50 washings out of this little towel, And we have several of these right now hanging over our little drainer next to our sink because we use them to wash our dishes, to get up spills, to wipe our countertops. If you have used it, 10, 12, 20 times and it's starting to get a little bit worn, if you have a bigger spill like on your floor or something, you can simply wipe it up really good and then toss this in the trash, and you're going to get a lot of uses. Now we have had this one roll here, and I'll leave it on just like a regular paper towel holder here. Let me show you. On my countertop, it has really helped to cut down on the usage of the paper towels that we purchase. But, you can toss this in the washer. It says not to use or try not to use fabric softener in your dryer, but I do sometimes toss a fabric softener towel in there, and it has come out just fine. But many times I have found that after I wash this, I'm able to just pull it straight out of the washer, lay it out for, maybe 10 minutes, and it's dry again and ready to be used. And like I say, I think you can use this up to like 50 times, reuse it again and again and again. And so these will last you a really long time. And the last time that I decided that I was going to order these, I thought I'm going to get a backup set. Instead of getting the 70 or 75 that I got before, I bought the 90 pack. And it had a $3 coupon with it. I think these were $26 with the coupon, but I will tell you that it is one of the best buys that we've ever had because it doesn't take you long to spend $26 on paper towels, and you use them one time and you throw them away, where these can be used over and over and over again. I was going to see what it says here. Try to avoid chlorine bleach when you use these. So there you go, friends. Paperless towels. Wash and reuse up to 50 times. And I think we've had some that we have washed and reused more than 50 times. Now, these items that I've shown you today, they are in my Amazon store. I'm going to leave a link to my Amazon store in the comment box or the description box below so that you guys can check out these particular items that I have shown you. If you use a link that is in my Amazon store, I do get a benefit from that. I earn points that can be put towards, like little gift cards that Amazon will give to me, but it costs you nothing extra to use my link. So I just wanted to give you that disclaimer if you decide to order one of these items from my store. Thank you so much, friends, for spending time with me today. In the comments below, be sure to share with me something that you've purchased that you love to use in your kitchen. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.